How do you feel about being my first
Your first what?
interview like this?
Feel kind of privileged.
So what's your story?
Well, my story is a awesome marriage for 54 years with a wonderful lady.
Where does that put the first year? When would that have?
1971.
1971. Give me the classic. You could tell a marriage one thing to last that long.
Not that I've achieved this,
Yeah.
but it's not 50-50 both ways. It's 100 both ways.
I like it.
100% both ways. The only way it makes it.
What do you do?
I design and sell custom cabinetry and furniture,
Okay.
and I work in custom homes, high-end line homes, residential. Do a lot of remodeling and new construction. Done it since 1977 for about 48 years now.
We are right now in Kansas. Is all your work been in Kansas, or how?
I've had the privilege of traveling all over the United States. There was a time from 2004 to 2009 where I did 14 homes in Orlando, Florida.
Oh wow.
I live here in Wichita, but we did that. We had the opportunity. If you do something right, you get invited back with their friends. If you don't do it right, you don't get invited back.
What's your favorite part of that process? I mean, I know for me it would be seeing that final product, like seeing that arch of
Well,
that.
it is, as a matter of fact, it happened today. I'm working with a client on the east side of Wichita where I've done a lot of different rooms and unique rooms, but this particular one was a little different. And that was primarily for a massive South China. That was a lot of fun to listen to the client and really be able to do that. And then I also designed all the other rooms in the house. And I went out there today and for the first time saw both closets, the kitchen, and both bathrooms being built and being done. And it was really special.
54 years of marriage, almost that in your industry, makes you how old?
77.
How long are you going to do it?
Well, that's the story I wanted to tell you about.
Yes.
I have a father who passed away about 12 years ago, lived to a great age of 96. And he was with an aircraft company here in Wichita for 42 years.
Which company was that?
Beach Aircraft. And I used to really tease him about staying with anybody and doing anything for that long.
Yeah.
I used to, for years, say, boy, you are that, how could you do that? It'd be that boring. Maybe 5 years before he passed away, I would have been in this business about 30 to 35 years at that time.
Yeah.
And he started asking me questions. You know, he was very blessed with great health until the last 6 weeks of his life. And he and I would talk, and he would say, now, how long have you been on this job? How long have you been doing this? And he just kind of reel me in. But to answer your question, my goal is 2 years from this past September 19th, last week, September 19th of 2027 will be 50 years in this business.
Okay.
And then at some point, I want to make sure Dad knows that. It's interesting that before I made the decision to go out on my own 8 years ago, the company had changed ownership, and it was not what it used to be.
Yeah.
And it was a decision I had to make. I made the decision of calling both of my sons and their spouses over, and the 6 of us adults visited about what I should do.
Yeah.
And my youngest daughter-in-law mentioned that this is our golden year. This, not that we don't do things, but that we should enjoy life because of all the other years. Well, her husband, my younger son, said, you have to continue to do it, Dad, because if you don't, you won't make it.
Yeah.
I have a few hobbies, but man, I just love this. This is not work with me at all.
Yes. It's a passion.
Very much so.
Yeah. That's really interesting to me because people on the outside might look at this and say, wow, almost 50 years of designing stuff. Surely it's basically the same thing every time.
Never.
Never.
Everything's 100%. I shouldn't say never, but I'd say far more variety than the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it's listening. The success is listening to the client and the client feeling that not only do you care, but that you're hearing them, and what's coming out is going to be what they want.
Yeah.
This gentleman just asked me to do his office. This is one room that's 13 by 11,
Oh,
but it took me 5 designs because of things he wanted. And after the 4th design, he said, you know, it's not your design. He said, I hate this room. I don't want to do this room. And I said, well, let me try one more thing. And we did. And now my wife and I hit up week after next and close contracts for took 5 designs.
Oh.
My specialty is space planning. And that's what my business card says. It's distinctive space planning at its finest. And that's what I try to achieve to do. I take a room, whatever we're doing, and make sure that how they're going to live, the space flows for it.
And I think there's a lot more to that than most people. I know for me, I could walk through a space and feel that it works, but I couldn't make it.
And it is constantly changing.
Yeah. What's some of the biggest changes you've seen over 50 years in doing this? Of course, there's like trends, right?
Oh yeah. Well, colors
Colors.
is one. Oh my goodness. Wood species. For years it was oak.
Yes.
I've had the joy of doing walnut, cherry, maple. I love rift-cut white oak, which is a beautiful wood. Those changes. Another thing is, think about what the appliances were in custom kitchens 50 years ago and what they are now. I mean, they're computers.
Yeah.
And a client, that kitchen, for example, or other rooms, that's always been the hub of the house.
Yeah.
And now it's almost an office. I mean, in the 70s, it was bright. The first kitchen I did, remodeling, for a doctor in Great Bend, Kansas, the upper cabinets were tiger orange.
Oh wow.
The bottom cabinets were a lime green.
That's a look.
And the countertops were Formica, were bright yellow. And you'd think that is and to some people it would. But the decorator that worked with the client ended up, whether you like it or not, it was dynamic. The other challenge, the biggest challenge is back in the 70s and 80s, I remember another client I did a beautiful custom kitchen for in Great Bend. She was 4'8". Her husband was 6'3", and they both worked in the same kitchen. So literally we did prep areas for both of them to fit their height.
That's an amazing challenge.
And then a few years later out in western Kansas, I literally did a full home, but in the kitchen, they were both 6'6".
Oh wow.
They own the pharmacy out there and on that drugstore, beautiful store out there, great people. But when you've got to fix and design everything to fit the height of the people using it, well, they're not going to be pleased. I have been extremely fortunate in that I have been mentored by probably 2 or 3 of the best people I know in both design and integrity and creativity. And being mentored by those people was a great asset. And that's what I'm trying to do with some of the younger people now. Although the design has changed so much to do-it-yourselfers with other stores like IKEA, for example, that you can do anything.
Yeah.
Both of my children, they prefer to go on YouTube and they're do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of people are.
Yes.
I just feel very fortunate that I have the abilities that God has given me, and absolutely love what I do. As I finish up, I'll never forget when I first started in this business, my very first mentor said that there was the 80-50-20 rule.
Okay.
The 80 rule is the first time you meet with a client, you listen 80%. If you don't, you will not know what they want or need. The second meeting, as you're presenting things, it's on a 50-50 basis. It's feedback back and forth. And if you do it right, most of the time, that third meeting, when you present a contract, it's 80-20. You'll do more of the talking because they'll always already know what they're getting, and it made it easier. And that's worked many times.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sitting down.
My pleasure.
It's an amazing journey.
It's still going.
It is.
It's ongoing. All right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for stopping.
All right.